Hello guys, welcome to the stream. I'm joined by Kishor and Ronak, and today we are talking about Kadaisi Vivasayi. How was that?
What did you say it again? Say it again.
Kadaisi. Wait, I'm getting nervous. Kadaisi Vivasayi.
You just made him more conscious now.
Okay, not bad. Vivasayi, yeah.
Vivasayi.
It's a very sensitive word over here. So,
Okay.
yeah, you got to say it right.
All
yeah,
right.
not your usual standards though. You usually land the pronunciation really well.
I'm sorry
Not
for
this
that.
time. 8 out of 10.
But guys, let us know how's the audio, how's the video in the chat before we continue and break down. And Ronak will be starting that breakdown. He'll initiate it. Like we'll delve into like layer by layer. We'll decode the
Yeah,
film. But let us know how's the audio, how's the video, and then we'll continue. And do let us know your thoughts in the chat also. And also check out their channels if you haven't. Link in the description. Binel, Isaac, Norway, Machan, and Kevin Thomas, thank you for becoming members. Okay, I don't know how to say this name. Zen X-Men Gaming. Hello, Peter. Okay.
Hello, Peter.
Okay, quick thoughts on Spider-Man and the Batman movie, if you guys have seen it. Of course,
I
you
didn't
have
watch
seen
Spider-Man
it.
yet.
Okay.
I couldn't catch it in the theaters. But no, yeah, that happens to me sometimes. I think there was that COVID scare was happening, I guess.
Yeah.
Correctly when I wanted to go. I think Omicron was during that time. Like just after that or something. I'm not very sure.
It was after, right after.
Yeah. But I couldn't catch it. And I think it's still in the theater, so I really want to go, but I don't know.
You should.
It's leaked
Batman,
online, by the
what
way.
do you think of Batman? Kishor, what do you think of Batman?
You
Yeah,
tweeted
exactly.
that.
That reaction is enough.
You tweeted
No,
that. Just
I
go
really
watch
loved it.
Batman.
I loved it. Except for the last, and that's a common criticism the movie is having. Not my original thoughts though. Like except for the last act, like it should have ended when they have caught the bad guy. I'm trying to make this like spoiler free for some reason, but yeah, they should have ended when they caught the bad guy.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is a similar comment I have even for Dark Knight. Like the minute they catch the Joker, and they reveal that Commissioner Gordon has not died, and then they the whole back and forth, and then him telling him where the locations are, and Rachel dying. They should have ended the movie there.
So not the ships, the two ships.
Yeah, those things, the ships, if you those are all, it doesn't feel like very Joker kind of thing if you think about it.
Really?
For a man without a plan, it felt more like a two-faced kind of deal. Like you get two things, two choices, or that whole part can be a separate movie by itself.
Okay.
They jammed so many things into that. So coming back to Batman, my same comment for that. They could have just ended that. That would have been like a really good, detective neo-noir kind of film. I really like the vibe.
Or he could have just walked a little faster. Would have made things a lot better.
This coming from the land of Ajit and Vijay.
That is slow motion. That is a different thing. This guy was just, there's a bomb strapped to one guy and he's slowly coming, and people are saying that it's to record what is going on and all that, but I don't buy that.
What's there to record?
Yeah, I think it's just some kind of stylistic choice they tried to make, and you can hear the leather and the suit. You can hear the suit moving and all of that. So they tried to do something. I don't know. It was engaging and all of that, but I'm just tired of them doing the same shit over and over and over again. The same kind of, how do you say, same narrative, same beats of Batman. And
Yeah.
they're not having fun with it. I don't know.
What do you want?
I literally have an answer. Tarantino directing Batman.
I saw that.
That's what I want.
That'd be.
Imagine the music. Imagine that build up for each villain. Imagine the dialogues. And maybe there could be like completely different arcs. Maybe Batman won't be the same, like the main character. Maybe Robin will come. There'll be like one friendship scene between Batman, Robin, all of that stuff. We'll be
Friendship
watching.
scene.
Did you see that meme? Robert Pattinson is smiling, like they have changed him to smile, and he's holding the Robin costume and showing it to that kid in the movie, like this. It's funny, but I'll top that. What if Karan Johar directs the Batman?
What the?
That's something I
Well,
was
for
willing to
one
watch.
thing, it's still going to happen in Gotham because that's in America, so that's where most of his movies are anyway. So pretty much the same thing, just with more songs, I guess. And of course, Shah Rukh will be the
more
one
like
playing
this.
Batman.
Batman will be on the top of the building and Shah Rukh pose.
And his sacrifice his love for Gotham. Kal ho na ho. Okay. Moving on, guys. Sorry.
Other than
Sorry
that, I
for
don't see
that
much of
first 5 minutes of. But thank
No,
you.
but still, it'll still be more entertaining than this movie.
Oh, okay.
So not a fan, I guess.
Not at all.
I like Batman. I like the
No,
Dark Knight
not
series.
of this movie.
Of this movie, I found it okay. Like the only good thing I have to say is I didn't feel like it was 3 hours long. Like it was.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I think it kept moving. But other than that, I'm just tired. I don't know why fans are also not asking for something new, or maybe they're trying to come up with their own defenses that this is new.
Having
This
said
is
that,
something new. Yeah.
if you wanted to watch a better version of this same movie, I would suggest watch the animated movie
Lego Batman.
Batman and the Long Halloween, part 1 and 2.
It's on Prime, I think.
Yeah, it should
I'll be
it should
honest. I don't know. Maybe I watched it while traveling, but I was like 10 minutes into it, and I like, oh my God, what is this? Like, of course, the animation in DC movies is not that amazing, but it's just him
It's
chasing
not about the animation. There's
chasing
no
Catgirl.
flashy action scenes or anything. It's a procedural, like
Yeah,
pretty much
it's-
like this film.
Yeah.
It's a detective story, and they tried. And this is a long-established comic, right? So they still have to like people know how it ends. So they still try to like change the ending, bring
Yeah.
in new stuff, and the stuff they brought in are really good. The changes they made are really really good. And this is the same beat for beat kind of film that the Batman is. Like Batman is in the first few years of his crime fighting journey. He's still learning. He doesn't make all the right decisions. He doesn't solve all the clues correctly. He falls. He fails. All that.
Yeah.
But I think that one was a superior version than the movie that we got. But having said that, it's still a good direction
Yeah.
that we are taking Batman films into.
I think
Because
now.
Nolan films didn't do that whole detective aspect,
Yeah.
and we never saw Ben Affleck do anything Batman related. So yeah,
That's another
this was a
Pandora
good
box.
direction. This is a good direction. I'm excited to see where they take this.
But the first 10 minutes of the film, oh my God. I love that
Then
part.
again, it's considering if it was just about any other movie, yeah, sure. But considering that it's a Batman movie, we had Dark Knight. The first 10 minutes in that, nothing comes close to that.
What was the first? Yeah, the Joker's. Okay.
The Dark Knight, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole bank robbery scene.
But that's
They
more of a
released that
Joker
10
thing,
minutes,
right?
Yeah, still first 10 minutes of a Batman movie.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
released
I
that
think
along with I Am Legend. Just the first 10 minutes. And the Dark Knight Rises, the first 10 minutes, they released that along with Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I watched it in IMAX. It was amazing. The movie was shit, but the first 10 minutes was really good.
okay, people are getting angry now.
What was it?
Okay, of course.
Okay, guys, we'll stop talking about Batman. Asaya, Rias, thank you. Ritu, Haru, welcome. Dark Knight is the best all-time favorite. Okay, and I think now it's time to talk about the movie Kadaisi Vivasayi.
Now you're just trying too hard.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, that movie which we are talking today. Your thoughts, overview, or whatever you want to call it.
Rana?
You go, Kishor.
Oh.
You felt it was draggy. Why was it draggy?
Oh man, now they are going to be really
We
angry.
cannot start with that. Come on.
No. I mean, I loved the movie. I was just talking with Ranak before the stream started that it felt like more of a 70s 80s Malayalam movie where there were like long continuous shots. And after a while, I don't know if it was just because I was alone watching it in a theater. I don't know. I got a little bit distracted during those scenes. But overall, the film, it felt like more like an experience. I actually hated the part where we had an intermission. Like it took me out of the movie. I just wanted to continue living there with those surroundings.
Yeah.
So, and not many movies, do that
Yeah.
and do that to this level. And after watching the movie, I just keep trying and I just keep thinking again and again, what was this movie about? And I could never figure it out until a few days after. And still, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just figuring out parts of it. But that's again, not many movies do that.
Yeah.
Like, you mean plot wise? Are you saying you're trying to figure out what was it about plot wise, or you're trying to see
No, I
what is
mean,
the perspective of?
Yeah, I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is, you watch any other movie, you know that, okay, this is the story about this guy having this trouble and he's going through this whole hero's journey.
Correct.
With this, you don't know who the main character is. Is the problem really a problem? What is going to happen? What are the stakes?
Right.
The film doesn't care about that. It doesn't care about stakes. It doesn't care about who the protagonist is. It doesn't care about story beats. It just happens. It just happens. A slice of life kind of film. And it's shot beautifully.
Yeah.
Awesome colors, awesome panoramic view of the entire hillscape. Loved that. Music was really good. But, if you ask me to talk about the movie, I'm really stumped here because I don't know what the movie is about.
Got you.
It took me like a lot of time just to figure out like what this one side character, what is his story about. And I still haven't figured out what the whole Yogi Babu's character arc is about.
Yeah.
And then we come to the main part where it's about that old man. What is his journey here?
Yeah.
It makes you rethink how you see movies. And that's not something that you say for every other movie, right? That's the kind of impact this movie has. Like, it really makes you think. You have any other movie, you have a hero, he starts off with some flaws or some needs, and then at the end of it, his flaws or needs or whatever are like taken care of. Here, the old man starts and ends at the same place. Yeah, sure, the village came and helped him out, but that's not saying that they are going to help him out here on. That's not saying that all of them are going to get into farming.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It just happens. The movie just happened, and it just takes you along that journey.
Yeah. Zen X1 Gaming says shit happens. That's life.
I think that's a different movie.
That's a very, very different movie.
Very, very different movie called Sila Nerangalil Sila Manidargal.
What?
Yeah. Go watch it.
Wait, I don't know if that was like an inside joke or something. That was this thing, Nenja Marapadallai. S.J. Surya.
Yeah, that too. But go watch this movie, Sila Nerangalil Sila Manidargal.
Okay.
There's this one character played by Abhi Hassan. Here's a drinking game. Take a shot every time he says shit. You'll die of kidney failure before the movie ends.
I thought you were really recommending.
Not at all. Unless you want to punish yourself. Anyway, coming back to the good movie.
Right.
Yeah, those are my thoughts, man. I really don't know what this movie is about, but it felt like an experience. It was really good. That's all I can say.
All right.
Hey, Kishor, someone's trying to call you out. Gotham is trying to call you out. Is this guy even a cinema fan? Calling such a gem of a movie as a drag? Okay.
Check out his channel. I think that's my response. Just check out his channel. You'll know.
Just check out his channel if you want to find out if he's a cinema fan. But see, guys, and Gotham and everyone, what you're saying, right? He's saying the movie was so fresh. How can he how can you call it a 70s 80s Malayalam movie? See, what he meant by 70s 80s Malayalam movie is
The
that
feel.
it's not a bad thing,
Yeah.
right? That's a style of filmmaking. That's like one style of filmmaking, and what you connect, right? What you're saying as fresh might seem like something else to someone. It's like if we all watch the same film the same way and have the same reaction, then there's no point of three of us or anyone talking about it. We just watch it, shit the next morning and go, right?
Yeah.
It's like robots performing some kind of a duty or something. I don't mean to get riled up, but I have the same reaction, and it's not your fault, right? Anything, if we feel something, we want everyone else to feel that exact same thing. But I think like differences, or how do you say it? Differences of opinion have to be there. Only then we can discuss and find out something new also maybe. But having said that, I didn't feel the movie was a drag. I think I would have found it a drag if I watched it at home, but thank God I went to a theater and the theater was houseful. I really didn't expect it to be houseful. I watched it in Palazzo, which is like a Satyam property over here, and Sunday afternoon watched it in like a houseful theater. And I know you were asking, like Kishor is asking if the movie is about anything. I don't think it's like really about anything. I think the filmmaker just wanted to show like this life that we tend to ignore, or we tend to look down upon or something. And see, there have been so many village based movies that have come out in Tamil cinema,
Yeah.
and almost 90% of the movies, they use farmers and agriculture as like a you put it in so that people get emotional about it, but they are not being genuine, right? They do it with like a sense of, they treat it like a, not even like a plot point, as if like some ingredient in a dish.
Topic.
Yeah, just like a trending topic, exactly. And then they expect us to like celebrate the film, and then they say like you won't understand what the farmers and all are going through. But everyone who supports such movies needs to watch this movie. Like this
Check the
movie,
chat.
I think there's so much of an honesty. There's like just the opening scene, right? I'm imagining how it would have happened in some other film. There would be some song right from the first moment.
Yeah.
There would be like a song placement right from the first moment. The beautiful thing they did is in this, they just showed it like a vlog. I don't know, like a beautifully shot vlog, and they were just showing the entire process of how this guy wakes up and then goes to the field, gets out the water, and does one thing, right? So in that, you get like you get an idea of how much work actually goes into this, and we don't realize where our food is coming from. I don't want to get too emotional into it, but seriously, it really made you feel rather than making you think, because so many people say, right, think about farmers, think about this thing and all. This movie was the first, I think, which made me like feel about this kind of a life.
Yeah.
And the village life also, because everyone says villages are more beautiful, all of that stuff, but capture it the way, and very few filmmakers do that. And I think Manikandan is, I don't know, he feels like when you watch this film, you feel like only a real, genuine, nice, good human being can make this, because there's so much of heart into it. I don't know, like personally, I don't know. I think I'm praising too much, but you get a feeling of that. And for me, it was like I didn't feel a single moment that was draggy or out of place. I wonder if Vijay Sethupathiy's character was important, but you understand that you don't have to think about that, because there are so many such characters. Yogi Babu, I think, because we know that Yogi Babu is like, he's reached a certain place, and then we expect him to have a particular character of value. It is more about the bias attached to Yogi Babu than the character itself, because every character that you see, there's a the dwarf character, right?
Yeah.
Like she's also not, she's just part of it. And there are so many other characters. There are so many villagers who are like casteist and they create problems. Everyone is just part of this big, life that they're showing you. And I really liked it, and I loved how immersive it was. like the shots, that is one thing, beautifully shot movie, but the sound design, right, the way the wind is factored into the frame, like he goes to like a market or something, but you can feel a sense of as if it's going on around you, the market, and the Foley work is like really amazing, and the music is I don't know, it felt like sometimes a Spanish film, sometimes like an Iranian film, because it really elevated this thing to something else. Like it's such a good mixture of these visuals plus this music. Yeah, that's top of my head. Easily one of, like I said to Nona also, one of the most therapeutic experiences for me.
Yeah.
Someone actually mentioned Bhumi in the chat while you were talking about other films. But I'll not say not even Tamil, even Telugu movies like in the past I saw some, like a lot of them are like the hero just giving a dialogue and being preachy about farmers and farming, and it really like doesn't really work. It for me it kind of you are inserting the topic by saying just one man can change it and everything is fine now. And at no way you are even providing a solution or even providing a discussion, because you're resolving it that a hero can do it, right? And everyone is happy and goes home, right? So I think in that sense this film really makes you think even after the film is over. But so let me just take the chat. When will Rocky come out? Let's wait, let's see when it comes out.
Oh, that's another film I never got to watch in the theater.
Yeah,
The Tamil Rocky.
yeah.
Okay.
Even the
That you
original one I have not
watch.
seen.
Should have, but yeah, now it's a little too late.
Yeah. Missed out.
There's the myth. Gotham says there's a myth in Tamil cinema where they call a particular kind of movies appeal to family audiences. Example: Anate, Viswasam, and E.T., the new Surya movie. But I forcefully took my family to watch this one in theater, and they all loved it, and I felt very happy.
Yeah, 100%. Like this is like a proper family film, right? I think.
Yeah.
Last week only, before I watched it, like few days before I watched it, Miskin, the director, he put out a video on his Twitter, on his YouTube channel and all that. And then it was like a 12-15 minute rant, just forcing everyone to go watch this. I think after he said that only, I was like, okay, now let's somehow watch it, because I've been trying to get my mom to come to the theater with me. She had come down for a few days for a holiday, but for some reason we couldn't make it happen. We couldn't make that family movie outing happen. And what he says is that this is a film that you should make your children watch. You should make your everyone around you watch, because it is such a change of pace, right? Where it seems like I'm really literally going through it right now, where I'm so addicted to some apps. Like I'm so addicted to Instagram and Twitter and all. Sometimes even if I know that it's like doing me harm, I want to avoid it, but it just causes so much mind clutter. And in that kind of a headspace, if you watch this film, it just takes you somewhere else.
Yeah.
At least for those 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever it is. And yeah, I think it was so nice to see families and all coming, and really they were clapping, and by the end there was like a standing ovation and stuff.
Yeah.
That was really nice. I really loved that.
And Mishkin kind of touched upon the same points that you did. Like you genuinely feel the goodness.
Yeah.
He just said that if you don't appreciate film like this, you don't have the good spirituality within you. I think that both of you were talking about the same thing. Just oozes all that, goodness. The way he treated all those people with respect. Not glorifying, not at the same time taking a Bala kind of approach where, in the face, look at how they are struggling. No, it's just the way it is. And done with so much respect that you kind of, see. There's this one beautiful scene where that old man is in jail. He's like covered in mud all the time. But the one thing is that he was trying to rub was that thumbprint after he get I don't know what he was trying to say, but somehow you understood that character. Like he's a poor farmer, but he has so much self-respect about who he is and what he knows and what he does like no amount of Karthi exclaiming that like engineers and doctors, you should add farmer as a occupation. In Kadaisi Singam, he talks about adding your name in on your bikes and all that. No amount of yelling all those dialogues would even come close to the dignity that this person was carrying around.
Yeah.
So much dignified.
Yeah.
So that's like Ranak said, only a person who has like only goodness in heart and like doesn't want to do this for propaganda's sake and just want to actually make a film about this topic and these people and from his own home village town, from what I understood.
Yeah.
So he has roots over there, so he knows how the way of life over there, and he just put it out on celluloid. That's it.
Yeah.
And you know
Doesn't
what
get
makes
more
it,
genuine than this.
and yeah, what makes it more genuine is that usually when you have such a film, of course, the agriculture farming is just it's an ingredient, but usually they show every villager in the village is like pure, is into farming, is doing, is amazing, will call you into their house and feed you, all of that stuff. And in this, they show that even in the village, there's just this farmer. Everyone else is like, they've moved on. Like they are going to the next level in terms of technology, in terms of not caring about, what we grew up on, like our roots and all of that. It's not a bad thing, but
they're not doing anything, right?
Yeah, they're no. Some of them are having, how do you say? They have sheep. They have, I think they
Cattle,
have goats.
yeah.
They have cattle. They have livestock. All of that stuff. And but they're talking on the phone. It's like, I've sent you WhatsApp location. Come over here. So
Yeah.
I think they also don't. And the thing that there's the scene in the second half, right? Like one guy just uses whatever pesticide that you get from the shop, and it's not really his fault. But the thing is, these are like real characters. It's not like you're not trying to paint a picture that village is great, city people are assholes, or they are dead. It's just, that's the kind of genuineness that I really expect. That's what I really like.
A lot of questions also, a lot of things in the chat. Watch Anandav Kattalai also, okay?
Andavan Kattalai.
Andavan Kattalai, okay?
Yeah, beautiful movie. That is a really nice urban movie, right? And even that has not so many genuine moments. Everything just feels so genuine. The comedy in it, the songs, their struggle. Like it's just about one guy, I think, trying to leave the country. I watched it quite a while back, but I think that's the main.
Don't spoil.
No, that is the basic plot. There's no spoilers or anything.
No. I've noticed.
You see on your OTT. That's
I'll tell you one thing. I have noticed that if I don't know anything about a movie going into it, I don't even read anything. No trailers, nothing. I enjoy it better than knowing anything
100%.
about it.
Yeah, but I did the same thing for Tenet. Okay, I didn't watch a single teaser, trailer, nothing. And
come on, we cannot
to be frank,
compare.
none of those even helped.
Yeah. No, you want that experience to be pure, as pure as possible, right? You know nothing, you expect nothing, and you go inside and then.
Because sometimes what happens, trailer reveals a plot point that this happens and then everything goes for a toss, and then in the movie you are waiting for that. Okay, I know that's gonna happen. Come on, come to the point. And it suddenly feels like, it's dragging. I'm not understanding. So all of that stuff. But a lot of questions in the chat, but I'll hold them because we'll come to that.
I saw one comment that I want to touch upon. Someone said you should understand Lord Murugan to understand this film. That's one of the aspects here. So it's this is, I don't know which interview this was from. One of Kamal's many really good interviews. He talks about this. I think it's about a book called Makkalin Kadavul, meaning people's God.
Yeah.
So he said, so the Tamil culture, the way it was built, like you don't have gods per se. Your ancestors are your god, and the way our people saw gods was that you don't call them as God. You call them as look at your father, look at your grandfather, look at your uncle. That's the way. That's a beautiful interview. I just don't know where it is anymore. I need to find it. So I think this movie encapsulates that in a even better way.
Yeah.
So there's this one scene where they go and clean that their deity's
Yeah.
temple, right? And they say that this is our father, this is our grandfather.
Yeah.
So that's the way. And Lord Murugan, the ideology here is that he used to be a tribal lord, like an actual person, like a tribal person, who was like the ancestor, and reached godhood after his time. Like people later just revert
Made him
him
a god.
as a god, as their god. So that's the thing here, and that ties into the movie's theme as well, where it's about knowledge being passed down
Yeah.
generation after generation, each generation taking it and passing it to the other one.
Yeah.
Be it the pottery skill that that old man says that he doesn't do it anymore and there's no one else to do it, but these youngsters show interest, help him out. Maybe they picked up a little bit of that skill, even farming for that matter. He just shows that put up a couple of mud inside this plastic bottle, add water, and you get a tree out of it.
Yeah.
So it's all those knowledge that is being passed down. Like this I see a purpose, like story purpose, where this old man has to go to the jail so that he can pass down that knowledge to the youngsters.
Yeah.
So that still, that's not the story though. Like it's sort of like the theme, the basic theme. It's about ancestors, it's about passing down the knowledge, it's about the next generation taking it forward. So that's one thing I wanted to touch upon. I didn't catch the name who commented that.
I'll find it.
Comments. I'm a novice. Forgive me.
No, right, it's all right.
Ajay S. His name is, I think.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ajay.
Yeah. There was one more question by Ajay Srijit, but I'll come to that later. Also, Srivats N says Kishor should break down Karthik Narayan movies. Gold content. Lol.
Please.
I don't know, man. I didn't even like his first movie. I don't understand.
You know the amount of flack I got for calling that a bad movie?
Which one was that?
D16.
D16.
I called it a bad movie.
I always get a
you wouldn't
comment
believe
saying
the
was
amount
that
of
movie.
Twitter replies I got here. They were like, bro, he's a young talent. You should encourage young as if my tweet is going to make or break someone's career. I'm inconsequential. I'm just talking about this shit movie I saw. People
Young
didn't believe me.
talent is
They
great.
started believing me slightly after Mafia, and now after Maran, I think people are all in the same page now. Like, welcome.
Oh, I forgot that Mafia movie exists.
Oh yeah, it's a repressed memory for many. And don't forget the brilliant short film in Navarasa.
Which one? Which one?
It was about the Anunnaki, Unagi, I don't know. that the science fiction one with Arvind Swamy.
It was Arvind
Oh,
Swamy.
the sci-fi one. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Amazing science fiction dialogue. You thought Tenet was hard to understand. Watch this.
Anurag says Ronak when Dhruv Nachitaram will release. Lol.
They.
Dude, I honestly
How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to? Even I'm waiting like everyone, but I don't know. I think there's like some plan to like release it this year or something. I'm not sure. I think something is stuck somewhere, some financial issues. Or I don't know.
Solve it.
Sure.
It would be good if you three do an exhaustive analysis of Writer.
I haven't watched
That's the film I missed. Watching
I saw the movie. It's on Sun Next. I'll send
it's
you.
on Sun Next? Okay, that's 50 rupees I can spend.
It was okay for me. Have you guys seen Coat, the Marathi movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
No, it's similar in theme what they're showing, but what Coat did right for me, that appeals to me more as a film than what this film tried to do. So
I watched Neerkonda Parve, if that means anything. I want to be included in the conversation.
Coat on steroids.
have you seen The Disciple? He's the same dad. Both films went for.
Not yet.
No, Disciple didn't
now,
go for.
now it feels like that comment was right. I'm not a film fan. Don't even know what these films are.
No, I think Kishore, you must check those out. Both films are by Chaitanya Tamane, and The Disciple was actually produced by the director of Roma.
Yeah.
So he's a big name in indie circuit, and his films have gone to Venice and all. Anyways,
Yeah.
people talking about Asuran, also Madati, also Karnan, also the same concept of deities and all.
But
Have you
why
guys-
is no one talking? Why is no one talking about Merku Thodachi Malai?
Honestly, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, one film I watched that you didn't. No, I mean it's another Vijay Sethupathiy's production, and I was saying this before the stream started that it's a very good companion piece to this movie.
Okay.
Right.
Talks about another aspect of farmers and farming, and it's also beautifully shot, all mountains, and it's gorgeous to just look at it. And it's also a bit of a slow movie. Not supposed to call it that. It's a slow movie.
You know, talking about the visuals, I honestly, some of the visuals I felt this cannot be real. Come on, this is VFX. Like literally, like VFX as in not that it look fake. It's like I cannot believe there's a location like this where you have these farms and this mountain, and you know the farmlands near that one farm he's planting on are very dark, and everything, all the land behind it gets more darker and darker as it goes. Like, you know, as if it's a, just to highlight that. So I don't know if they did some visual trickery over it to make it look like that, or is it real. But I was like, this looks like VFX. Come on, I want to see this place if it exists. There's
sure
so
it
many
does.
moments like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I mean, maybe they enhance the colors a little bit, but other than that, I think it's this thing.
it's
And
plausible.
basically, what they're saying is like everyone else pretty much either abandoned farming or they sold the plot or
Yeah.
something, and they're forcing this guy also to sell
Yeah.
his plot, right?
You know, I didn't know the title means the last farmer. And in the film, when he says, right, he's the last farmer, then I understood, oh, he's the last farmer. No one is farming in that area. And you know what? For me, I come from an agriculture family. So I knew, so I could relate to a lot of things happening in the film. Like in our area also, you know, people are selling their land and going abroad, going to Canada, making music videos, whatever, you know. So all of that is happening. So a lot of it was very relatable and things which I've seen in my own life. So I think that in that sense, the film connected to another level to me. And coming to Kishor's point, right, that he didn't get what really the film is about. I kind of felt I understood what it's trying to show. It's basically trying to show India as a society right now. If you take that scene right in the panchayat, if you try to, for me, it represented the parliament. That someone like the tree I knew from the beginning. There's no way, there's no rains, but a lightning strike this tree, and it burned. And you know, so I knew something is wrong there. And I think if you have seen Madati, there also the point is there that just to, you know, get money out of people, they're like, the god is not happy with us, and he'll do this to us, so we have to pay money and build the temple. Basic corruption plot. So in that sense, I felt okay, they're actually showing what our country is going through. The youth are directionless, the people in authority are not doing anything, the people in power are misusing the judiciary system, you know, in that sense. And then over that, what I liked was, even if you take that aspect out of it, the film is still telling a narrative. It's telling a tale of this guy. And I kind of felt that there was stakes, because for me, that for them to have that, you know, festival at the end of the movie, it was building up too much. Like I think his father also tagged him, right? How can you invite the lower caste people to play the drums and all? So for him also, you know, his arc was to finally, in the beginning, he went to a girl, right? And he said, I want to marry you. Did you ask your mother? And she said, you're ugly or something, or something.
No.
They said your family is full of mad people, psycho
Yeah,
people or something.
yeah. So I think for him, every character has an arc, you know. So I could kind of break it into a act structure and what it's building to, and you know, it's getting serious and tense when he comes back to see his plot. And spoiler alert, it's on the you can screen. I'm sorry if I spoiled, but there's spoiler alert there. Yeah, so you know, all of these things, like it felt like a called the commercial way of telling the narrative, because it didn't feel like, you know, a very artsy film in a way, very slow paced, you know, just watching people's life. For me, it felt like, oh, we have to do this. Oh, he has to plant this. Oh, the dead peacock, so that's their plan to do it. Oh my god. And I was so pissed off when in the court, I was thinking, no man, they'll put him in jail. But then the magistrate understands what's happening. I'm like, okay, thank god, he'll come out. And then she's like, no, you have to go in remand for 15 days. I'm like, oh my god, this system. And all these things are riling up and I'm involved into the narrative. So I think in that sense it really hit hard for me.
Yeah. And I really felt it was like a commercial film. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like it was some art movie and all of that. I think there were certain stylistic choices. Of course, the pace is slowed down. There's no exact high moments. There's not much slow motion. All of that is not there. There's no like central character who saves everyone. Apart from that, it really engages you.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh wow, this is pure cinema. That is there, but you are really connected to these characters, what is happening to them, and that's what real good commercial cinema should do, right? Like just have you invested in that cause in some way, like how you got frustrated in the court and everything. It is so irritating. Like the same thing I felt, it reminded me a lot of Swades. Like it's pretty much the same the setting in the village, but in that you have an outsider who's coming in, then he sees everything that's going on. There's also a panchayat scene there, and it's about how mainly I think the film is about how Indian society only, there are so many things from the past that we should hold on to, and then there are so many things that we should let go and then move forward. We are moving ahead in terms of technology, but there are few things that we are still stuck with, right? These superstitions, all this caste, and that one thing that one particular element I really love from that panchayat scene is only the young guy. Like there's one family, there's a big mustache guy who's creating a problem about caste. We can't let them in. There's his son or something. He's also saying that how can we let them in?
Yeah.
And then there are a couple of old grandmas who are like, shut the fuck up. Everyone should come. Everyone should pray together and everything. So that is so nice to see, right? Like it shows you the reality, and it's like a sweet moment. Also, it shows you the reality also about how it's not that just because you're youth, just because you're the next generation, that you have all these modern or progressive thoughts. It's really up to an individual about how the choices that you make and the conditioning that you go through, right? Like that we see, without getting into too many details, what is happening in the country, but
So I think Kishor posted that that Rajnikant was first approached.
I wanted to ask him about that.
Yeah.
The point just flew over everyone's head, and they were like, "Oh, Manikandan never went and spoke with Rajnikant." The point is not about whether he went and pitched the movie to Rajnikant or not. Even if he did, I don't think this is a movie Rajnikant would have done, but Rajnikant should have done.
Yeah.
See, that's another point I wanted to talk about. I don't know if having Vijay Sethupathi in this movie was beneficial or detrimental to the movie.
At the end of the movie, that thought came in my mind when you said for Kadasile Biryani that Vijay Sethupathi was not needed, and I want to ask you, like, do you think he was needed or not needed in the narrative?
No, here it's a totally different aspect. Here, Vijay Sethupathi did so well that I felt it was a little bit detrimental, because he was the only actor in that movie. Yeah. So the emotions and everything that he carries came across really well. Whereas all these other people, the acting was not really that great in this movie. You can hate me for it, and these are not actors. These are genuine people.
They are just
so some of the dialogue delivery felt like, they were just memorizing it and just, saying it back. Even that dialogue the old man says about Vijay Sethupath's character disappearing, it's not done in a very natural or in a cinematic way. I'm not going to say natural, sorry. It's not done in a cinematic, impactful way. But it didn't also feel like a natural acting or something that you would hear someone say. The music and the reaction shot was the one that sold this scene, not the dialogue delivery per se, not the acting. So for me, having this character, this really powerful character, I think having someone like Rajnikant without all the wig and everything, how he is naturally just have him sitting there and do all this would have felt, I don't know, man. It's just visual thinking. Like you want to see this film like this, but you know for sure that there's no way Rajni is going to do it.
Yeah.
Of course, there has to be some dialogue about something linked to his real life, something, and if he did the movie just the way this movie is supposed to be, if Rajinikanth did this, then I don't think he would have been able to do any other film after this. It's sort of the same point with Satyaraj. Satyaraj kind of went through this kind of arc in his career as an actor. Before that, he was making 6 to 7 movies a year. All that run of the mill, quick
Commercial
cash
stuff.
grabs.
Yeah.
6.2, English Car, and all those movies just came in the same year. They would just take whatever is popular, make a spoof out of it, move on. Then he did this one amazing movie called Umbod Ruba Note, meaning 9 rupees note, by Tangar Bachchan. And my dad's boss was the producer for this. Somehow he runs a medical college, but he turned producer for this one movie. So we all got premiere show tickets, and I didn't go for that, but I later watched it. But this, there was this interview that Satyaraj gave where he said that before that he did a movie on Kamraj, and then this movie, and he said after this the career choices I'm going to make are going to be totally different. I'm not going to do those hero roles. I'm not going to do all those commercial shit. And he stuck to his word. It's been more than 10 years. Close to 15 years, I guess. And he has stuck to his word. The trajectory after that, it's entirely different for Satyaraj. So I think Rajini, if he did this kind of a movie, it should be his last movie. Where, he just puts all that superstar, everything behind. Just one good movie. Just want to act.
No need of
natural, be
prosthetics,
myself.
makeup.
Just one good movie and then retire. I don't know. It's just wishful thinking.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but if Rajni, suppose there is a last movie, right? I think it will be in the opposite direction. Like in the sense, go all out. Like this is supposed to be like the biggest film the world has ever seen, and then retire. So I mean, I think that would be more like, even in the terms of the choices as he's making, there are a few things like Kavali Kala he did a little differently, but then now he's back to getting back to that superstar image again, right? So okay, let Rajinikanth be aside. Do you think any other popular actor should have done that farmer role?
I think for me it just defeats the purpose, because if you give it a popular actor, you'll give him lines, you'll give him a monologue, and I think first name comes to my mind is Amitabh Bachchan. You give him, he's like, give me a monologue and I'll say yes to a movie. That's his criteria right now. And I think I was feeling, this film is a film, I don't know if this film can really travel that much, but it can be remade. But again, they'll not have, the main character not say any dialogue. So I don't know how. I'm actually thinking of dubbing this movie myself in Hindi and show it to my people in my village. Because
nice.
they need to watch this, man. They'll love it.
Yeah.
I don't know how
but
that will happen.
I think Ranak's question was not about having a star, but an actor.
Yeah.
Anything. Forget the star.
I think what sells the character for me is that, he doesn't emote. He feels very real. He feels like a real farmer. And I'm sure he was. I think someone mentioned he passed away before the film came out, which is very sad. But through art, he's always be remembered.
Kishor?
I cannot think of any actor who like I said, the actor would have to shed the whole star aspect.
Yeah.
And just surrender themselves to this film.
Yeah.
I don't think even Vijay Sethupathi, who is in this film, I don't think even he would be able to take on this role. That's why I think he took the more quirky, memorable character.
Yeah.
That's a sad aspect.
Salmon Bhai.
Sorry?
Salmon Bhai. He does farming also.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah,
So
continue.
yeah, it's sad that we don't have like genuine actors who would like shed all that
No,
stardom
we
air
have
about.
actors. Like I think what Nona also said, right? Like you give him lines. Like there is a certain, not like an image, but there's like certain mannerisms attached to a person, even if it's like an actor. So with this character, you know nothing about him. You just know that he's a farmer who does this, and there is nothing to color your notions, right? You go in with no expectation. But I think there will be some actors. I was trying to think actually who else could have done this for
I mean,
some of them.
Mahendran, if he was still alive, yes, character
Right.
Mahendran, or even Bharati Raja for that matter.
Huh.
You know,
Okay.
this would be like one last hurrah for him too if he did this. Like Bharati Raja started with all those village films, right?
Yeah.
So one last hurrah where he is the protagonist in this own village-oriented film would have been perfect. Those people can underplay. They
Yeah.
don't have any ass about them.
Rithika is saying, I suppose that MS Bhaskar could have nailed the role.
I was just going to say maybe MS Bhaskar would have done it, but no.
No.
I think because MS Bhaskar is also, he's a type of actor. Like you have a certain tone
Yeah.
and stuff attached to him, and you know there are certain scenes where he will eat the camera. Like there are these close-ups or long shots with there's like a trolley moving in and all that. He is made for that kind of thing, and he'll eat it up. It would have been like, in the sense, some actor attached to it, that part will come. But I think I would not prefer it. Like too many preconceived notions again.
You know,
And yeah,
my point is that this character, right? If you give it to an actor, he has to perform this character. But the thing is, this character doesn't have anything, as you said, right? There's, when we see this type of character in a movie, we'll say there was no dimension to him. We didn't do anything. It was a flat character. That's what he plays. The thing is that how the director makes the remaining cast play around him, and him is just reacting to what's happening to things around him. That makes it amazing. That makes it stand out. And I think any actor try to fit in the role. There's no role to fit in. The point is that.
right.
Nasruddin Shah Nasir, again the same thing, right? Chia Vikram. I don't know if that was a joke.
Say Dhruv Vikram.
Ian Vikram would have gone for this film only for the get-up change.
Yeah. And there have to be 2 more get-ups.
Come at me.
Oh my
He would
god.
have gone for the old
There'll
man
be a
makeup.
younger version also in the flashback.
No. Yeah, he doesn't. Let's not give him too much flack for that. He would have still gone for this old man's role just for the makeup part, just for the get-up part. He likes the whole process of getting into a character, makeup-wise, voice, the way he walks, acts. He will go on a diet to make him look like a improvised farmer. So he will lose weight and all that. Yeah, he will do that, but he wouldn't be doing it for the right reasons, not for the reasons that this movie needs.
Yeah.
Right.
Paranjit,
Nasser,
that it's a producer, right, on this?
No.
Paranjit. I saw his name in the start.
I think it's just a thanks note or something. I don't think he's... Vijay Sethupathi is a producer.
Okay.
Yeah. Vijay Sethupathi.
But I'm happy for Paranjit, man. He's doing multiple projects across industries now. I think he's doing some in Hindi also with Karan Johar, I guess. So
Karan
I don't
Johar?
know how. I don't know. Not Karan Johar, maybe.
I know he was making one Hindi film.
It's called Birsa Munda, right? I think he's a tribal leader.
I think it's for Dharma, if I'm not wrong.
Wow. Yeah, I'll pay to see that.
Talking about Vijay Sethupathi's character, Shreyas says, I felt Vijay Sethupathi was definitely needed. The movie needed bumps on seats, and Sethupathi did his best.
Okay.
But
I think Mishkin did more than Vijay Sethupathi did. Mishkin did more off screen than Vijay Sethupathi could ever do on screen.
But what do you think of it? Because what I felt, right? It felt like he's a spiritual support to the character Mayanadi and to the narrative of the film. That is bringing the spiritualness of these people, what they believe in. But in the narrative, right? Like when he comes back and he's in jail, right? I thought he'll go to visit him jail and that's how he'll get involved into the main narrative. But that never happens. and his plot line is going other side, and this main plot is going this side, and it never connects in any way. But spiritually, yeah, what he told
That's
about,
what I said in my video, which was taken down,
Yeah, so I-
unfortunately. But yeah.
What did you say? What did you say, Kishore? Like, just
So
to.
what I said in my video was that these characters are not connected by story; they are connected by theme.
yeah,
And the theme is about how one there's this one really nice dialogue when they are cleaning that deity, right? The one who overcomes his thoughts becomes god.
yeah,
How does the youngsters will be asking, how does your father or grandfather become god? Like whoever overcomes their thoughts, whatever they are holding on, the baggage and everything, they become god. And that's the literal Vijay Sethupathi story. He has this baggage
yeah,
that he carries around. It's heavy, and even though he, believes that his dead lover is with him at all times, he still feels angry when someone doesn't recognize or accept that she's there, and he gets happy when someone does. When the old man lays out 2 plates for him, he gets. So he's in some aspect he's still looking to others for that acknowledgement.
Right.
He doesn't truly entirely believe that
Everyone is believing
the
it.
spirit is with him until he meets that old guy,
yeah,
The sadhu, you mean?
the sadhu.
Yeah.
And when he sees this, and when he acknowledges just that, have you forgotten about it? Then he realizes that I don't need anyone to, believe this or not.
Yeah.
That's when he overcomes his thought, and that's how his
and
art
that
gets
tea
complete.
scene comes back, right? That
Yeah, and after that he just flies away. That's
Yeah.
his art. So it connects, and he becomes god, and his story is now something that people previously they were showing many scenes where this old lady was recounting how there was a mythological aspect to it, right? How this their ancestor was carrying a stone, they just laid it down for a day, they rested, and then the next morning they couldn't move it, so that's how the village came here.
yeah,
So now Vijay Sethupath's character has become a god, where his story is being told by another guy with a mythological perspective. We don't actually know if he flew away or he
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
But now there's a mythological thing added to it. Now he has become god. So that's how this film, how this character is tied to the film thematically.
yeah.
That was my video.
Krishna Kumar says, I think they could have avoided some Yogi Babu scenes. Thoughts on it? I was really not understanding like what his character is trying to say, but as you were talking, right, I realized that when he's the guy in society who knows what's happening around him. He has that advantage, but he's unable to do anything. So he's happy to just have pride on his side.
Yeah, I think the problem was not with the character. It was just because Yogi Babu played.
Yeah,
And like Ranak
Yeah.
said, you have this kind of an expectation.
Yeah.
Among a sea of unknown faces, you see this well-established actor, and
Yeah.
you would think that, okay, maybe they put a well-established actor because this role is like a really meaty role. There's something this character is about to do. But then, just like any other character in the movie, he just comes and goes.
Yeah.
He has like 2 scenes, I think.
More.
Yeah, pretty much 2 or 3.
Or 3, that's it. And all of it just involves
Him and the
with
elephant.
his
One
elephant.
scene is, where he calls them out.
Yeah,
That,
but that again, yeah, sure. For story's sake, for tying a nice little bow on the story, we know that who might have killed those peacocks. Yeah, but we didn't actually need to know that.
Gautam is stating a line from the interview BR did with the director. Are you guys fan of that? I'm not a big fan of directors decoding their film. I think it just takes away everything what we can.
I'm not a fan of it. It takes away my job.
Yeah. it takes away any discussion, because once he says anything, there's right and wrong. Unless he doesn't say anything, it's different interpretations of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Each their own, man. Some people are, they put in a lot of work. They put in. There was this women director. I forgot the name or the film, but she was very adamant on going on interviews and explaining to people. Especially, she had a fight with that blue shirt guy. Like, have you noticed this? Have you noticed that? There's all these layers I put in the film, but no one is talking about that. I forgot which movie it's
Is it
happened a few
Lakshmi?
years ago.
Is it Lakshmi Ramakrishnan?
No, not her.
Sounds
Not
like
her. Not her. I don't remember. But yeah, it's sometimes I get that thought process. Like, they put in so many hidden things, they put in so
Yeah.
many layers, and people are like, I mean, think about it. I put out a tweet about Rajinikanth, and I get frustrated when people, don't take the point and just discuss the other aspect of it. So if you're making an entire film, of course.
Yeah.
But am I a fan of it? No. I would, like to interpret the movie in my own perspective, and then make a video out of it, and
Do you
compel
think
that
this?
perspective on everyone.
Do you think this new trend, right? Like how for Marvel movies, like even a trailer is, frame by frame broken down. It's talking about like a trailer drops it's been talked about 10 to 20 days, right? Anything drops, it comes
Poster,
out.
why even
So
go for trailer?
yeah, even posters. Like as someone mentioned,
Just
Vikram
title
posters are
font.
out.
Each title font has 2 acts in it, which
Yeah.
means the double action.
So do you think these things are some way? There's an expectations now that films should have these hidden details or Easter eggs or whatever you call it.
No, I think people have expectations about. They want to raise it themselves so that they have something to do, right?
Yeah.
And to show that they notice something that no one else has. It's okay. I mean, that's also a kind of fun, but as long as you don't put others down for it, I think it's okay. Like
There's this other trend in YouTube where for Hollywood films, like movie releases, they will put this movie ending explained.
Yeah.
Like, there are multiple videos about Batman ending explained. What is there to explain?
I'm a
in the ending?
culprit for that.
Yeah, but still, it made you want to click that. Even I had that temptation. Just, did I miss something?
Yeah.
yeah.
And turns out I didn't miss anything. It was just the same shit. But still, it made you look.
Also, can you explain?
I remember. Yeah.
Sorry. No. I was just saying, can you explain why Batman and Catwoman rode that bike for so long in the end? Like,
It's a tribute to Fast and Furious. You didn't catch that.
sure. Sure.
We are back at it.
They don't want to talk to each other, but they're riding next to each other. Like,
And they're racing. They're racing against each other.
Layers.
Yeah.
Layers and layers of character.
Maybe it's about
It's about the same
troubles
path that diverges.
Yeah, it's about the troubles of auto drivers also. Maybe.
It talks about the society.
Yeah. I was expecting Batman to put one leg on Catwoman's this thing and tow it, push it in front.
Okay.
We talk about Gotham's economic condition, petrol prices, and whatnot. War in Ukraine, how gas prices have gone up.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
anything and everything.
We were talking about Radhe Sham, guys. Tomorrow.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I saw so much negativity about the film that I was like, dude, come on, So when I watched the film, I was so low expectation that okay, I understand it's not working, but okay, I get it.
For better or worse, I
not
think
bad, you're saying.
Bahubali was.
It's not as bad as I was expecting. Like if you have seen Saho, right? That's like the worst the film can be. Like it makes no sense. Whereas Radhesham is not like the film makes no sense. It's like too much unnecessary stuff in the film, and it just like you could have had a really good film, but unnecessary comedy, chase scene, and it doesn't work. And then
Yeah, like I was saying, I think Bahubali was what I was talking about. Kadaisi Vivasayi being for Rajinikanth, for Prabhas. I mean, every movie he makes after that, it's not going to be worth it.
No, but people are investing. No, like they're investing so much, right?
Yeah, I feel like he's
That will die down.
choosing really well, but he's not choosing the right directors because Saho, for him, the director, it was his first film, I guess. He had made a short film before it. This director has only made one film before this. And I'm not saying a person can make first film also amazing, but you cannot hand them like 300 crores, 500 crores and ask them to make a film. It will not work. S.S. Rajamouli took 10 years. He established himself. He made, so many films. He made himself a name and then he went on Bahubali.
Yeah,
You
it's
directly
not the
want to make
budget
a
that
film
makes-
Bahubali, right?
Yeah, it wasn't budget that made Bahubali.
Yeah.
So the writing, yeah. But it's not that you can't do it in the first or second.
Yeah.
No, of course you can, but I'm saying
But it's
it
just too
cannot.
much.
I know what it is.
Like
It's too
300
much.
crores is just too much, It's like when you see the film, right? You're like, I see where you spend the money, but what's the point, And then some sequence they're like, no money, no money. Give it to some YouTube guy on Fiverr for $5. It's literally, YouTube videos have better VFX. So like you see that disparity, right? And the guy is not trained yet. He's not reached the place where he can, handle something like this. And I'm not blaming the director at all. It's like too soon. It's just too soon.
Right.
Very interesting thing. Thiru says, if Kadaisi Vivasayi,
Just say the last farmer from.
Kadaisi Vivasayi,
Yeah.
Close enough.
okay, had been a Malayalam film, it would have reached more audience. What do you think?
Maybe.
Why?
Because Malayalam film, one thing is when everything comes now, it's the, I don't know if it's a trend or something, but people hype it up from other states also. Right now, Malayalam films are watched by other state people on OTT with subtitles.
Malayalam films are our international films now.
Yeah. That doesn't really happen with Tamil films that much. Like big commercial Tamil films get dubbed and released like on Hotstar or Setmax or Sony Max. Everyone watches it. But this kind of film is usually expected from, Malayalam industry. Right?
You say it, people clap. I said it, and people throw stones at me.
What was the significance of the watches VJ's wearing? Just random? Of course, not random.
Is there?
He has a lot of time. Take it.
What do you thought of that scene? Of that Bill Gates scene.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
It's just to establish that no matter how fantastical this, whatever this guy says, it's still true. So that establishes that whatever he says about his, dead lover being with him might be true. Just means that he doesn't lie.
There was
Nice
this
little establishing scene.
Yeah. There was this question by, I forgot the name, Ajay, I think. Ajay S. He also says Mari Selvaraj's next movie has a huge cast. Yeah, so his question was, do you think if the farmer had died at that scene, where we assume he's dead, spoilers, do you think it would have had more impact?
No.
That would be like any other movie.
Yeah.
Like that'll be like a cop out. This made it more special, right? It's so unbelievable.
Yeah. That would have reduced the rewatch value.
Yeah.
Because I cried a lot, so I'm not looking forward to, crying again and again.
Yeah. And it is more hopeful, and it's also like it's really a cinematic moment, right?
Yeah.
It's so unbelievable. Like when you watch it, you really feel, oh shit, like that. You really feel like 1 second.
Just like that inmate, right? He was shocked, like, and at the end it's like, bye.
It also plays against expectations. From the beginning, you're looking this frail farmer, and you were actually at the back of your mind, you are expecting this thing.
Yeah.
Police brutality or whatever the system, something is going to kill him.
Yeah.
And it didn't, and that's a sigh of relief.
He surpasses what makes it special, After all this, he still made it,
But they also talk about how he's extremely healthy. Like the doctor, there's one scene in which the doctor said, you don't feel like this thing. Sorry, I spoken Tamil without realizing. But basically the doctor says that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You're a very healthy person. Right. And you can see it in the food that he eats, and he's probably getting more exercise than I did in 1 year in a single day.
Yeah.
But so I think on one side we're expecting that frailty, but the other side there is a sense of belief that maybe this is possible. He can even probably defeat death because there is so much. His body is pure, whatever it is. Right.
And that's true, man. Okay, let's not go there. Maybe offline we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean the actor died, so I think.
No.
Okay.
Okay, let's stop there. No, the aim of the movie was to give hope to the people, do something related to farming. one thing I really liked was the film was not preachy at any point. I love the dialogue of that constable when he spends the time and he feels so relaxed. Then the grandson is staying in his place and he's like he has no electricity and he's enjoying his life. This is the best way to live, right? And it's never on the nose or too preachy or that every looking in the camera everyone should live like this. Tadang,
Yeah.
it's nothing like that. I think that's what I really enjoy in the film.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's not like at the end after that everyone is into farming. And I found it hilarious when the Yogi Baba's character asked them, right, what will you do of my land, and they are like, we'll do organic farming. And that's just it's true. In the beginning when he buys a seed and he's like they are seedless, so that you come again and again buy seeds. It has nothing to do with making it easy for the farmer. You just want to introduce that capitalistic cycle. And it's these things make it like, oh my god, this is so true. And when these like this mass heroes make movies, these things are not counted out, these nuances are lost.
I think it's about respecting the audience's intelligence.
Yeah.
There's this word thrown around I really hate, B center and C center audiences.
Yeah.
And you have to be loud, you have to be direct, you have to look in the camera and jam your dialogues into their throat. So yeah, I think this movie respects the audience for their intelligence and just shows it as it is, and
Yeah.
you take away whatever you want to from this.
That's true.
And it just says, like, see, just think about it. It's not telling you have to do like this and you have to feel bad about these people and what the city life you're living is the worst thing possible. It's not like that. This is it. You see it. Okay, just think about this. That's all.
This film is neither posing a problem nor offering any solution to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one of the major drawbacks I had with ET as well. I watched it day before yesterday, unfortunately. Without getting into spoilers, it's about women's safety. The hero preaches about all that. But then it takes someone like the hero to, go, leave everything behind, leave his family behind, and go on a mission and save all these people. And that's not going to happen in real life. So what's the point of even, preaching all this?
Yeah.
In the end, if you have to depend on someone like Surya to come save you, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Is it entertaining though? I don't know. Like,
no, it's not.
I saw VR's like first 1 minute.
That did this better was Vijay's film Tamilan.
Okay.
Where he's a lawyer. He publishes this small booklet that talks about everyday laws that everyone should know. Like know your rights kind of deal. Like small things like police cannot, take away your bike's key, stuff like that. Those kind of things. And it shows how that changes the society. Then it gets into the whole commercial aspect, but it's still, the movie offers a problem and a solution that is like plausible.
Yeah.
And even now in this day and age, it's even more accessible. You just go online, look up a couple of laws, know your rights. They could have done something like that for this film, for ET, but they didn't. And I'm glad Kadaisi Vivasayi stood away from all of this. Neither offer a problem nor a solution. Just show life as it is.
Yeah.
But still end it in a hopeful note.
Ajesh, I'll ask that, but before that, you reminded me. So in the film, they show that he cannot hear properly. But there are certain moments where people are talking normally and he can understand, and certain moments he's making people to talk louder. So is it like a continuity error, or he's really like having fun with these kids? Like whoever is irritating him, he's like, yeah, tell me again, I cannot hear. And whenever he like closed people, like, yeah, I could hear whatever you're saying. I don't know how to take that.
I don't think he's having fun and all, but
like he's like making them, yeah, say it again, I didn't hear. Like
what about it?
Kind of messing with them.
Yeah, I just felt the hearing thing is more about that whatever anyone says, he'll do what he wants. Like it's more about his character rather than the actual hearing problem. And of course, here and there's like selective hearing. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't think there's much to read into it except that.
What is Nona Prince music playlist? It's actually my playlist, the music I hear. So I use YouTube Music, so that's it. What it is. Yeah. So his thing was, did the old man intentionally made the judiciary include police to wait at the end after having gone through the harassment? Was the faking his death to give them jitters? Nah, no,
I don't think he's so petty.
no. He's not like that. Why is Surya doing a movie with Siva? It will be cringe. Like Anate. I don't know what's that about. Any
They
comments?
have their own reasons. Like they have different audiences to satisfy, I guess.
Yeah. And Surya has a pattern. After every acting intense movie, he does one breezy movie with Hari usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Gajini, he did
Breezy or
yeah, breezy. Like you just show up.
racy.
Yeah, that too. You just show up, say a bunch of dialogues, then move away. For him, Gajini, it wasn't the post interval part, like where he's affected with that short-term memory. That was easy for him. The actual hard part was that sophisticated thing, because he was doing multiple characters like uneducated, illiterate, ruffian kind of characters before that, so it was hard for him to get into that. And right after that, he needed to decompress again, so he did something similar to that. And then it is his pattern. Now he has found a new Hari in Pandya with E.T.
I talked about it with Rorak also, guys. I'm planning doing a stream with you two, as well as asking Bardhas Rangan if we can make it, and talking about commercial cinema. I have a lot of things to talk about. Like I have different questions I want to ask all of you. I think it'll be a good panel. All of you have something you can add to it, and guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and put in the comments if you want that. That'll happen soon. But also, my one of the last question I want to ask that for me, right, when I watch this film, I feel like I'm transported to another world, not just because it's set in a village, but it's set in Tamil Nadu. It's set in a Tamil culture, which is very alien to me. So for me, it's like a new world, that how these people pray, how.
Same even for us.
Yeah,
Because
it's not like we live this life.
That's
every
what
day.
my
So,
question was.
Us being city rats for the most part, we still it's a whole new world for us. The Tamil they speak, their way of life, the houses they live in, everything is new for us too. Yeah, we are familiar with it, but
Yeah.
seeing it in action in day-to-day life, it's still alien to us.
Yeah, I think
And I
that's
think it's the same no matter who watches it. Imagine living without electricity.
yeah.
That's the point of this movie. No one is living like this man now.
Yeah.
No one is living the life that this man is living. So yeah.
That reminds me, we had a project where we had to click a picture. It was a photography class, and you had to click a picture and like give a reason, like what are you trying to say from that picture. And I was actually traveling from Delhi to Goa, and on the way it's like farms everywhere. You cannot see a single house, no concrete, but out of nowhere suddenly you'll see one small house and people are living there. It's like barren. And I clicked a picture of that, and I wondered, when we talk about how much electricity to be used, and environment, and everything, like, and we always think the city people, the people in power, the people in privilege, they get to decide what to do and what not to do, right? No one is asking this guy if he hasn't got electricity here. How can, like, he doesn't even have a say into it, right? How the world should work. That is so disconnected that there's no even electricity. Definitely, I'm sure there's no electricity at that place also. It's just barren. And we just decide, what should happen, how environment this happens, you should use less electricity. Whereas there are people in world who don't even have that luxury. And we are just, not letting them like even have a say, because we never not even reached their parts where they live. And I didn't get good grades, but anyways.
Nona, I think you're ready to direct a commercial Tamil film. There are so many people suffering, and you guys are.
Oh man. All right. Language used was little different from many other movies. Is it any local dialect? Was it difficult for Kishor to follow? Okay.
No.
No, I think it was mostly the pace of the dialogue sometimes which would which was difficult for me to understand, because some characters talk really fast or
Yeah.
like that. But otherwise, I don't think it's like
Yeah, and for me, I literally grew up in a town and sort of village kind of setting, so I can any Tamil dialogue for that matter, I'm comfortable with that. Not tooting my own horn, I'm just saying I'm comfortable. I was able to follow the dialogue without any hassle, but it still felt alien. If you ask me to speak in the same dialogue, I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the dialogues were spoken a little bit too fast, and you still kind of get the contextual clue and just move on. You don't think about it.
Yeah. You guys both watched in theater, so there were no subtitles, right?
Not in the theater I watched in. I don't know about Ranak.
Nona?
Ranak is stuck.
He's stuck. Because
I don't think.
okay. So on Sony Live, right?
Can
there
you
was
see me?
Yeah. We can hear you, but we cannot see you. It's stuck. But I was saying,
Right.
like-
Even from you guys are going back.
it happens sometimes. It's okay. We can hear you, so that's all right. And people can see your face, beautiful face. So don't worry. Yeah. So I was saying, so in the subtitles, right? Whenever they called the farmer, in the subtitles it said "sir" after his name, or like it was denoted as "sir." So for me, reading that is like they're giving him respect of an elder. So does that translate well?
Yeah, it's literal translation. It's Ayya. Meaning,
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay.
It's like it's saying a bigger, like an older person. You say like G, right?
Yeah.
In Hindi. It's kind of like that with a lot more respect, and it's specifically about a much older person.
And I like the subtitles also because at moments, right, when the farmer had dialogues, it used to say he's saying something, and in the bracket stammering and then saying something, which I would not actually understand from the from hearing the dialogue that he stammered or not, right? Because it's a different language.
wow.
So like I really like the subtitles for this one.
Yeah, one thing I'm really proud of is the quality of subtitles we have here in Tamil cinemas.
Like
Yeah, I watched the subtitle version too for the video essay.
yeah.
Don't ask me how I got it, but yeah. So yeah, it was a really good translation that they did. Not literal in places. Some places they have to make it easily understandable, but it was a really good job. Don't know who did it, but yeah, really good job.
Ajay, for you, Ronak, would love more streams like Ronak's with Vishal Menon, the one on Malayalam cinema.
Okay.
No,
That my cue to leave. Sorry, I'm not Vishal Menon. Sorry, this isn't about Malayalam movie. Although this might be a Malayalam movie, but I get thrown stones at me for saying that it's like a Malayalam movie.
I think he's just talking about more stuff about Malayalam cinema more than anything else.
Vishal is an encyclopedia for me.
I think
literally
we yesterday only we talked, right, to do this.
Malayalam video essay. I get on a call with him for 1 hour. I just explain all the points I want and ask him which movies has this. He gave me an entire list.
Wow.
I made this movie. I made this video on Drishyam too, like fun topic on what movies could have inspired all those decisions that Mohanlal's character George Kuti makes.
Yeah.
He gave me more than I could use. And he asked me, do you want just Mohanlal specific movies for this topic?
Yeah, man. We actually discussed yesterday only, right?
Everything from every
Yeah. I actually wanted him also, but I don't think it was too soon for him. I always have to tell him in advance. He's a very busy guy. Gautam says, I'm not saying you guys are free. That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm saying...
It's a weekend.
No, I'm saying whenever I plan with him, he has some interview with someone. That's why he always says, tell me in advance. Okay. Gautam says, Seiya means Godfather, not Ayya. Okay.
No, there are some people who say Sia. There are some people, people who don't really know him. Example in the court and stuff, right? The judge, the female judge, all of those people, they call him Ayya only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People who know him, it's like instead of calling him like a grandfather or something, they call him Sia.
Yeah.
That again ties to the whole
Dadaji or what, kind of like that.
In Malayalam also, right? Chetan is for brother, Ethan. And sometimes even the, wives call their husband also with Ethan at the end, right? So it's
Yeah.
like very like I don't know how to transcribe that.
Let's not let's not get into that. But even I have no idea why that happens. No, this is something very different. He's like the grandfather of the village, so
Yeah.
pretty much everyone calls him like
Yeah,
CM.
got it.
Yeah.
Also, the dwarf actress, I loved her. I loved her. I want
Yeah, she's
to see
damn
more
good.
of her. She's so good. That attitude.
So spunky.
Get lost. I don't want to talk. He'll not agree. Get out. All right, guys. Any questions? Let us know in the chat, and I think we'll wrap it up now. Anything else you guys want to add?
Just go watch it. If it's in a theater, just go watch it. That's all I can
don't
say.
think so.
It is streaming on I think Sony
Sony
Live or
Live,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Starting
please,
with-
like,
That's why
only
the
thing
video
is,
got blocked.
yeah, don't watch it on a phone. Like, please don't watch it on a phone. I at least try to watch it on.
Do you
whatever
guys
screen that you can
watch on phones movies?
find. I don't.
No.
I know. I cannot. It's like I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
I
You
don't
know,
even
illegal.
watch YouTube on my phone.
That
I was YouTube,
Yeah.
but
No,
like when
I
I'm
cannot.
traveling or something. Otherwise,
I cannot.
no, not really.
Only video I watch on my phone are Instagram reels.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way to watch them. That's why I prefer the bigger screen possible.
Yeah.
All right. Any new stuff you guys watched? So Adam Project came out on Netflix. Really cool emotional film. I think they got the emotions right.
Oh, it's already out. I
CG
thought they
Fest.
were-
Yeah,
Climax
it
has
is
CG
out, I
Fest, but
saw it,
it's really emotional.
Right.
What else came out? Maran, I'm sure you didn't watch.
No, not yet.
Maran?
Maran, no, I'm not planning on watching it.
Kishore, please watch it first so that I know if I should watch it or not.
I will tell you, don't watch it. I don't even have to watch it to let
There
you
are
know.
some movies like you have to watch, right? In the sense, like it doesn't have to be
So
good.
bad that it's good kind of thing.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
if
yeah.
it's so bad, it's bad. Skip it.
Badai Do came out on Netflix. I think my parents are watching
That I
right
have to
now.
watch. That I
Yeah,
have to
that's really must watch. FIR Tamil movie came out. I don't know if anyone
Oh,
watched
isn't
it.
it already out?
It's
in
on
theaters,
Amazon.
right?
It's on Amazon.
Oh, okay. Vishnu Vishal movie, right?
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of good stuff. So, also Superstar Sarayana. I think it's a Malayalam film. We are watching tonight on Discord. So, guys, if you want to join us there, Vilangu web series. I have no idea about this.
Vilangan.
Vilanga, yeah.
Vilanga, okay. What happened to Vijay Sethupathi at the end? Did he die? Ajay Kishor asked.
No, they say in the movie he flew away.
But it's not death. It's something else.
He flew away. Why is it so hard to believe?
Bhishma Parvam. Any of you?
I am yet to watch it. You watched it, right? No.
No. It's like 60 kilometers away from me.
Oh,
Only
yeah,
in
yeah,
one theater, and that too I messaged them and they're like no subtitles. So, and
Oh,
people
what
are still
about
telling me
Valimai?
go
Why
watch
is
it.
no
It's
one talking
visual.
about Valimai?
For the obvious reasons.
We talked about it in the movies that made us cry.
I watched Valimai. Valimai was good.
In what way?
Valimai was good that it made me go back and watch Doom.
I honestly thought Vivegam was better.
Yeah, and that's saying something.
No, I mean, at least Vivegam, it was entertaining. Like, okay, it was very bad. It was really entertaining. This one was just no one interested. Except the stunt team, no one really wanted to work. I guess I don't know.
But what are the movies you're looking forward to now? Now theaters are back. I think 100% occupancy. I hated, man. I enjoyed so much. No one sitting next to me, just comfortably.
What's the
No
point of
elbows
theater?
touching. That was so much fun.
That's how you enjoy a film. That's how a film becomes so much more enjoyable, right? When you hear
Yeah.
so many people laughing, that is a high in
See,
itself, right?
even 50% is full, right? I'm okay with that.
Okay, if I'm going with someone, I don't know. I don't want to sit like one seat
No,
apart.
of course you sit
That's
together,
good.
but when you're alone, I go alone, right? So,
Okay.
guys, check out Ronak's video of going out alone, watching movies. Great video. That's the video that doesn't make me cry. Anyways, people are saying triple R. Valame was kind of
Yeah.
lame. Triple R,
Triple R is
everyone's
coming out.
Triple R,
People
yeah.
are-
Have you seen
should,
it?
man. They
Like,
have
can
made
you say
multiple
anything?
announcements now. I feel bad for that movie.
Man,
I really feel like they spent so much money. Like they came on Kapil Sharma show also, and and suddenly no.
Yeah, all that promo for nothing.
Yeah. I don't think now they're releasing a song and all. But Ronak, I don't know if you can say that or not. Have you seen the movie?
why will
Because
Kishor
of
to
the
me?
partners. Maybe I don't know. To give you ideas for to make merchandise or something.
Nona, do you business?
What?
Do you business? That's not how business works.
No, I thought they'll like you'll
You
get
need to
ideas
print
for
t-shirts. Here's the
merchandise.
copy of the film. Go watch it. Get ideas.
This Rajamouli is my macha or something. Like, of course not. No, man.
But I'm-
But if you do watch it, Ranak, if you do get a chance, ask me to tag along.
yeah, of course, 100%.
I'm sure there'll be like premiere shows and all, right?
In over here, I don't know.
Hi, Chennai, right? Yeah.
Yeah, if we were in Hyderabad, maybe we could have scored.
But for movies like Vanime or Triple R, every show is a premiere show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, I've yet to experience that.
I think Vikram.
Why don't you just come down here? Now that traveling and everything is
Yeah,
allowed,
the thing
just
is,
come down here.
the thing
Come
is,
down where?
there'll be no
Vellore?
subtitles, right? But I don't think there's the point,
Chennai,
right?
Let's go watch Beast together.
Oh,
And
yeah.
have this session like not in front of cameras, like you can just have like us in person.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, no. Actually, why,
Let's plan
why
that.
don't you come? Like, you pretty much watch more Malayalam movies or Tamil movies than most other people. Just come off.
I think
here and
the
stay.
thing is that, of course,
move
it's
here.
not
Permanently.
it's not about when you experience these kind of movies. It's not about will there be subtitles or not. But like anyway, I don't think Tamil films are playing with subtitles in Tamil Nadu, right? They're not playing in Goa, so I don't know. I think that's the issue. But like watching a Beast or something, I don't think it's about the subtitles.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's about you. You don't
Yeah.
have, you're watching. Literally, you're watching alone over there. Like you went
Yeah.
for what Bhimla Nayak and you were the
Oh
only
my
person in
God.
the theater or something.
I just
That's not the way
literally
it's supposed to be watched.
I literally wanted to share that. I watched alone, I was alone. I wanted to share that joy. And people in the comments, you are trying to, talk that no one showed up. You're going on a Monday morning, not saying that. What is this? What are you trying to do? I'm like, dude, I don't even think about that. Like, people will take it like this. I'm doing negative
What do you
publicity.
expect? If you want views, you're going to get bashing also.
I was so happy.
But yeah, tickets are one more reason to come here. Tickets are cheap. Go watch Ranak's video on why tickets are
Yeah.
why Chennai is better
Oh my God.
and why
One
tickets
of
are
the
cheap.
few reasons, which makes the city awesome.
Yeah, so come over. We'll have this actual live session.
KGF 2.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
Did you guys see Vikram's posters? I didn't yet.
What?
Yeah,
New posters are out.
It is a
The one they released for his
poster.
birthday?
No. What came now? Yesterday or something. Yeah.
Today it came out. I think Lokesh Kangraj said 6:30 something. Today evening it came
It
out.
was like an announcement for the announcement. Like on this date, we'll tell you when the movie will release.
Oh, did you see the announcement Parthiban made about his next announcement?
The A.R. Rahman one.
Man, man literally made fun of everyone in that one 30-second clip, audio clip.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Just send me a link.
Go watch it.
Thoughts on Ponniyin Selvan?
I'm scared. I'm very, very scared.
People didn't like Vikram's poster, right? In that, like I was like, okay, it looks cool.
Oh, he's
That
playing the
wasn't-
headless horseman.
Of course. That wasn't a poster. It was, I don't know, it was an intern making a mistake. No one checking. How did they let it go through? I don't understand how they let it go through. That
You
was
don't
Mani
understand.
Ratnam.
If it's Mani Ratnam, it's meant to signify something.
Vidya Balan star of
That's how we
Jalsa
build
is coming.
channels.
Okay.
Vidya
I will
Balan?
do. Vidya Balan's new film is coming out on Amazon, Jalsa. I haven't seen the trailer. I will watch it directly.
Right.
I haven't seen her after Kahania.
Check out Sherni. It's by the director of Newton.
Oh.
Sherni is really good.
Yeah, Sherni is cool. It's like this, realistic what happens in a forest department, like forest
I've
area.
fallen so behind on all Hindi films. The last one I watched was Bell Bottom.
That was what you decided to watch.
It was a date with my
I'll tell you.
my now
Watch.
wife. It was a date, and I thought she would be comfortable more with Hindi films, and she said she knew who Akshay Kumar was. That's how far removed from movies she is. You should see the conversations we have.
Oh my god.
I asked her, do you know who Bharadwaj Rangan is? She said, oh yeah, I know him. He's the one sitting right next to you in that photo, right? Bharadwaj Rangan.
All right. I think we'll wrap it up now. I was gonna say, Kishore, watch Badai Do with your family. I think you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for joining with us. It was great fun, and we'll take a leave now. If you enjoyed, do like, subscribe, check out both of their channels. The link in the description. If a mod is watching, if you can copy paste it in the chat. And thank you. That's it, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you guys. See you. Bye.
Thank you.